Hi everybody, my name is Shalaka Wakmani. I am a student of Anna Science and Engineering College staff. Here I represent some environmental related topic like renewable sources, non-renewable sources, and renewable sources, some biomass energy, is hydropower energy, geothermal power, wind solar and solar energy. Here I explain you. First, we see what is the renewable resources. Renewable resources means the energy resources that cannot be depends and able to continuous able to supply source of clean energy. There are many type biomass energy, hydropower, geothermal power, wind energy, and solar energy where the biomass refer to the organic material from plant or animal. This includes wood, sewage, and ethanol. Non-renewable sources. Non-renewable sources means uh, these resources are used up; they cannot be replaced. Means that non-renewables are naturally available coal, natural gas, oil, and nuclear energy, which is a less amount in present. Next, we see some picture of renewable resources. Here we see the solar panel, which is used to sunlight energy. Next is a biofuel, some woods plants. Next is a nuclear power plant. And fourth is a wind power. There see some not renewable resources. The resources cannot replace. There is some gas, coal, oil. These are the some non-renewable resources which is a less amount present on our earth and scientists said that they will finish up to coming 100 years. So we use the limited these resources. Next is the solar energy. We know the solar energy is radiation from sun capable of producing heat, causing chemical reaction or generating electricity. This mostly solar energy works on the Einstein photoelectric effects, which convert the light energy into electrical energy. Yes, how the solar works, we see the solar power works by converting energy from sun into power. There are two forms of energy generated from sun for our use, electricity and heat. Both are generated through the use of solar panel, which range in size from residential rooftops so solar farms stretching over areas of rural and lands. There are some advantages. 100% inexhaustible energy, which is renewable and free. No toxic or polluting emission into the air. Reduce the use of fossil fuels. Increase the competitive energy source. Reduce the need to rely on electricity grid or natural gas. Some disadvantage. There are solar panel which is costly. The initial cost of purchasing of solar system is fairly high. Weather dependent, although solar energy can still be collected during cloudy and rainy days. The efficiency of solar system draws. Some weather condition effects on that. For 30 solar energy storage is expensive. Use of lot of space associated with the pollution. Here give some picture of the solar panel, which is mainly of silicon, which is a semiconductor placed here in solar panel. Next, next is also one images. There's we can see. Next is a biomass energy. The biomass energy is generated or produced by living or non-living organisms. The most common biomass material used for energy are plants such as corn, soya, above. The energy from this organism can be burned to create heat or converted into electricity. This is a biomass energy which is a come from the living organism. There are some advantages. Biomass always widely available as a renewable source of energy. It is a carbon natural. Third is it reduces the correlance of fossil fuels. It is less expensive than fossil fuel. Biomass production adds a revenue source for manufacture, less garbage in landline. There are some disadvantages. Biomass energy is not as sufficient as a fossil fuel. Some fossil fuels like ethanol is relatively inefficient as compared to gasoline. Second is it is not entirely clean. Third can lead to deforestation. Fourth is biomass plant require lot of space. Here we see some pictures related to biomass. There is agriculture, rural crops, and rich residuals. Some the uh, animal residual, some forest cracks and residual with plant. Here give some biomass example. Fourth is the nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is the nuclear core of atom energy generated. Nuclear power plant, which is a huge amount of energy generated by using radioactive atoms. Some elements used mainly sometimes passive as a nuclear power plant is a thermal power station with the heat source is a nuclear reactor as is a typical of thermal power station. Heat is used to generate steam that drives steam turbine connected to generator that produce electricity. Means a steam engine uses a vapor compression cycle uh, mainly is used for the production of this nuclear energy. The some radioactive elements are used. Uranium is the fuel most widely used to produce nuclear energy. That's because urea atoms split apart relatively easily. Uranium is also very common found in rocks all over the world. Here we see picture of nuclear power plant requires some huge area to the plantation. Some This mostly nuclear uh, power plant placed at away from uh, the city. That's there have no any effects and mostly this power plant is held on the high altitude area. Means hilly area related space. Next is here are also one picture. There are three power plants. Huge amount of power plants. Some smoke is goes from this we see these power plants. Next is also one example. This is our Tarapur plants, which is placed at Bombay, which is first nuclear power plant. These are some power station operator. Thank you.